Next up, I'm going to be using the BK14. Just going to cover that whole blade in the gun blue. Gun blue is definitely more active on this steel than it was on the cold steel version. Now I'm going to put this thing blade down and bleach. This is what I'm talking about when I was talking about how I'm having it suspended. It's just resting right on its hilt. This is what the BK14 looks like after about exactly an hour. You can really see the horizontal bands going from blade tip to back. Here you can see the bands a lot better than you could in the Shanghai Shadow. I think it might be a combination of the different kind of steel, and also maybe it's just I did it a little differently, I'm not sure, but it looks really nice. Hopefully the etching was deep enough. So this is just after I clean it off with some steel wool. All the rust is gone. You can see it has a really nice strains of that etching. I really like this a lot more than I think I like the vertical. Plus I think the steel just maybe takes the etching better. I don't know why, but it just seems I didn't have it in that much longer and it just seemed to have a deeper edge. This side isn't as good, but this cutting edge, facing edge to you, I really like that a lot. So now I'm going to polish it up a little bit and then I'll do the next step. So here's that knife with a nice light polish. Now we're going to put the gun blue on. I like that a lot. That turned out really good. It is kind of weird that this side turned out so good, but this side turned out a little more plain. Turned out okay, but this side's like exactly what I wanted it to look like. Now putting the gun blue on. Make sure to get in all the cracks down in this handle since it's skeletonized. Okay, let it sit for a minute, then we'll wipe it off. This is what the blade looks like after the bluing. I don't even know if I need to polish this. It looks pretty much perfect. This side's a little dark, so I might polish this one up a little bit and maybe make the front to match, but this is almost exactly what I wanted. That's perfect. After looking this etching over, I really can't think of anything better. I really think this is the method I prefer right now. I want to see how that tiger striping turns out, but if I can replicate this on a bigger knife, this will look fantastic. Here you can see a comparison of those two different etching methods. This you can see the nice long streaks from the blade to the back of the spine. Pretty uniform throughout. And then when you compare it to when you have the tip down, they're much longer, but they're not nearly as detailed, which might have to do with me not leaving it in long enough or putting enough gun blue on. So I guess it's a matter of personal opinion, but I really like how this one turned out. And that's one problem with this method. It is pretty much completely random as to what you'll get. You can do the same exact thing multiple times in a row and every single time it'll turn out completely different. But right now I'm kind of liking this. This is what I'm thinking I might use for future videos.